Hey everyone, Dulce here, and so glad you've all returned for part 2 in checking out the easiest way to growing a dragon fruit plant. So here's a dragon fruit I got from my local grocery store. The label will usually tell you where it came from and what color the flesh is, but there are times they don't. Items you will need for this process: a cutting board, a sharp knife with adult supervision required, a strainer to separate flesh from seeds, a plate to dry the seeds, a spoon or something to plant the seeds with, a container to store the seeds in, and a container with soil to plant the seeds. Here's a look at some that were planted a few weeks ago, and here's a look at some that were planted a few months ago. First things first, we need to peel this fruit. I find it best to cut both sides off. Then cut the peel down the center. You can then peel the skin away from the flesh, sort of like a prickly pear. And you are now able to cut this in any way you want and serve. I prefer to cut the fruit into slices and eat fresh, but there are many ways on how to eat this fruit. There are many seeds in one slice, so I usually take the seeds from 1 to 2 slices, cutting it in quarters for easy flesh removal. I will take the strainer in the sink and place a quarter of the fruit slice in it while some water runs to make it easier to separate flesh from seed, repeating this process until you are satisfied with the amount of seeds. I will then take the plate and place the seeds on it, spreading them out evenly to dry. You could use a paper towel to dry the seeds quicker, but I find it easier to collect the dried seeds from the plate because the seeds tend to stick to the paper towel when dried. Here are what the dried seeds look like after you scrape them off the plate. Now you can just put the seeds in a container until you want to plant them, and make sure to label it to know what seeds are in the container. Take the container with the soil and use the spoon to make a dip in it where you want to place the seeds. Pour the desired seed count in the dip of the soil. And with the spoon, slightly cover the seeds and gently press down. Take the planted seeds and put a little water on it, enough to dampen the soil but not overwater it. Make sure to label and date it. Place the planted seeds in an area that gets light. 3 weeks later, we begin to see the seeds sprouting. A couple days later, they look like this. And this is what they look like after a week from sprouting. Here are what my other two look like now. I hope this helped out those that may want to grow their very own dragon fruit plant. Thank you so very much for watching and have a nice day. Bye.